Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Memphis Egyptians and the Denver Broncos. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time. Switch.
Rock it.
Out. Slam.
Big River.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Danny.
Five.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Wentz going to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. throws. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears. Check 15. Check 15.
You're out.
Shit. Check 3. Check
X3. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's just me.
Look. Squeeze. Get it.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Look at me. Door. Now.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Here we go. 280. Round. Man 5-7.
Watch the pass.
Man 5-7.
Slow. No.
Wentz now on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Done.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Bunch. Trey 15. What's that?
To throw is Wentz. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, he's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Freeman again, a first down carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Safe.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Shit. Hey, alert 3. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 4.
Okay, lock it.
Hey, turn it up.
Shoot.
On second down, it's Freeman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
You ain't got nothing. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
80 weapons. Hey, orbit.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, here I come.
Big grip.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And it's complete. Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And caught by Henry.
That's it, baby.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wentz now to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 11. And it's 3rd down.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Empty. And kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Allen, the intended receiver.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Bang, bang.
Check.
Rush in.
Watch the twist.
Get.
Now it's Lindsey. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Tighten up. A little flare.
Fair.
Slam.
Down.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Ready.
Lock now on 1st down. That's taken in by Callaway. And he coughed it up. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check.
Five.
No. Off. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 1st down, Lock. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Smooth.
Give me that ball, defense.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Check back.
Now Locke again. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready to break. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill.
Bravo.
SOS.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. McManus's point after is good, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Memphis.
On first down, Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At their 48-yard line.
Hey, Echo. Win 5-3. Win 5-3.
Wentz going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 5 yards to go.
Done. 280. 44. They kill. They force Tokyo. Lion. Go. Hey, we're good. We're done.
Again, it's Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Operating from the gun, Logan. And he's going to let it go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 9.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Look, squeeze.
Check 31. Check 31.
On 3rd down, Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Watch the edge. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Crunch, crunch.
Yo, Jack, go.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Any day.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Block. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Set. 90 Wolf. Look at me. Go. Hey. Now.
Here's Locke to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Steps away to his pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Broncos.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mike 59. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Once more, here's Eckler. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Stay with your man.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wentz. And This is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
20-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 read. Hey, lock it.
Good trap, good trap. Check 13, check 13.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check 26. Check 26. On travel. Check. Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Big Griffin.
On second down now, it's Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here's Lindsey, and he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 35 on second down, Wentz. Throw caught here by Bird. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. This is Gordon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run here with Eckler. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Wentz on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Hard.
Don't be scared.
On first down, it's Lindsey, and he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
15 line.
Yo. Hey, switch gears.
They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by one more. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And that's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves